Linda's having difficulty getting onto internet this morning, but I think it's her house. She's read it. Right, I think I'm on Facebook.
So there's only 2 Kilmacombe and 3 West End.
I know. That's what happens when the sun comes out. Morning, Julie.
Morning. Yes.
I don't.
I think Eleanor should be.
Yeah, Eleanor's normally with Sandra waiting to come on first. Here's Heather. Hi, Heather.
Sorry, I was looking for my yoga mat. I couldn't take it out of the cupboard and I couldn't remember what I'd done with it. I'm fine, good to go.
Good. Right, okay, that's fine.
People coming in now.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning, Jackie. You got back safely?
Did
How was the drive back up the road?
okay, I put on Mansfield Park and I was absolutely fine.
Oh, nice.
Where were you coming from?
Derby.
Oh,
Went to Chatsworth for the weekend.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's lovely nice.
Oh, here's Rosemary.
Mansfield Park was full of Jane Austen.
That's really good. Morning, Rosemary. Welcome back to Glasgow too. Love the wedding.
Morning.
Rosemary's daughter for Kilmacombe girls got married on Saturday, so we had a lovely picture.
I know. Got married for the first time. She gets married again a week on Saturday.
2 dresses.
Wedding.
Where's the second one?
In Fife, in Crail,
Where?
The first one
in Crail,
in Crail.
And
First one was in London.
Chelsea.
there's a delay.
Next. So a double celebration then,
Yes, yeah.
and double the expense.
Double the expense, yes.
So did you manage to get 2 dresses out of it too, Rosemary?
Well, I wore something I already had to Chelsea, but I've got 3 potential dresses for the next wedding.
Oh, good.
How the diet goes in the next week.
What were we talking about earlier? Yeah, fitting into clothes. Well, my Oxfam shop was very happy with me the other day because I have just taken half my wardrobe to them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where I got my 3 dresses.
Wow.
Which is why I've got 3 dresses. They're ghost dresses. They're not.
Yeah. Yes. I remember that make. Nice.
I just sold the ghost dress on Vinted.
Have you? Did you sell it to Rosemary?
No.
Right, Lorraine's not about, she's down south. Let me just think. I think that's maybe everyone that I was expecting, apart from Eleanor, which you're right. Oh, here's Fiona. Good.
Morning, Fiona. Is Janice away?
Janice is in Lanzarote.
Oh,
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, again? Yes. She's my protege. Holidays. Right, everyone go on silent. Caroline's the only other one I was thinking was coming in. So, as I said on Monday, and we weren't all here on Monday, I'm going to take it nice and slowly. I've changed the routine. We've got to get our brain into gear. I've got some notes in front of me so that I can remember what we're doing. But also at the end, if I'm doing something, and I've had a chat with a couple of people, if you can't do something or it's really not going to be right for you in the month, we'll have a chat and see what else you can do instead. I actually didn't do a balance on Monday, completely forgot all about it, but it kind of leads on to a lunge that I'm doing, so we'll see if we bring that in today, but I will at some point. And it's still quite a lot of shoulders and arms and upper back work at the beginning, and then thighs and legs at the end. So, find your place on the mat, feet making your imprint, and then lift up your hips, push down your tailbone, and breathe in, bring your arms up, thank you, and drop down, and just swing up and down 2 or 3 times, and this nice little movement will tell you how are your shoulders, how are your knees, how are your ankles, how are your hips. Last one, keep the hands above the head, clasp above, and then slide to one side, And then come back. I know you're rushing off, Heather. Over we go. And come back. Separate them. Circle. And drop down. And drop. Your shoulders down and around. Back. Shoulder circles. How to make it complicated. Shoulder rolls forward. So 2 weeks today I will be in Kilmacombe. And then chin to chest. Head to centre. Morning, Caroline. Chin looking up to the ceiling. Back to centre. And then look over one shoulder. And come back. And look over the other shoulder. And come back. Chin times chest again. Draw your circles. And just feel how the neck is, and then go the other way. So again, just taking a little bit longer, thinking about each part of our body, and then bring the head back to centre. Hands on hips. I'm turning around, you don't need to. Come into your position for your legs. So knee forward, back heel onto the mat, make that imprint, and then really slowly push into the ball of the foot, of the back foot, and hold it up for a moment, feel the stretch. And then slowly push it down into the mat, make an imprint, feel the stretch, a little bit more into the calf. And let's just lift that one more time. And pushing down. Hands onto the front thigh to straighten that leg. Push into them for the moment, just feel the stretch. And then slowly pull the toes up. And drop down. Thank you, pull them up. And drop down. Bring yourself up, hold on to something if you need to, bring the leg in. If you're leaving this one out, just adapt to you. And then slide it forward, holding on to the shin. Whoop, I'm doing a little walk here. And then point and flex the foot, circling with the foot and ankle. And then placing that onto the mat to take the other leg behind, hands on hips to square yourself off. Bend the front knee to start the stretch in the back leg. And then lift it up, hold it up. And push it down, hold it down. And then just lift it up and down one more time. Take the hands onto the front thigh, straightening the leg first, just to start the stretch. And then add on the stretch by pulling the toes up towards you. And holding, and then let it drop, bring yourself up, taking the back leg. When you're ready, feel the stretch from the hip to the knee. If I'm going quicker than you want to go, then just slow to you down to your pace. Take the leg forward when you're ready, pointing and flexing, and circling. And then drop that leg down into your inner thighs. Legs as wide as you want them. Over we go. Feel the stretch. Drop your bottom as low as you want to. Hold it for a moment now. And then bring yourself back up and over to the other side. Morning, someone's come into Facebook. How are you? And then come back up. Feet at 10 to 2. Open your knees, go the wrong way, it doesn't matter. We're kind of doing a lot of circling again with the arms. So if your neck is quite tight today, make it as little as you want. Take the hands into prayer and the elbows go out. Feel your hip bones lift as we did a moment ago. Make sure you're not gripping with the toes, and drop your bottom more than me if you want to. That's going to determine on how your lower back and knees are feeling. And then take a breath in here. And exhale fully through the mouth. And if you want to, drop down again. Breathe in. And exhale. This time, breathe in, push one hand up. Exhale, push the second hand up. Breathe in, bring the first hand down. Exhale, bring the second one down. Second one's going first. Breathe in, push it up. Exhale, second. Inhale, bring that first one down. Exhale, bring the second down. Push the hands forward and then soften the palms, the hands, the focus, the shoulders, and just soft, floating, calm the chi, listening to your breath in your space where you're exercising, and then bring the hands up and sweep them to one side, and just take the vision with it and then drop and lift 2 or 3 times, nice and soft, just feeling the air go through the fingers, and then bring the hands up and sweep them through your front to the other side, and again calm the chi to your second side. Thank you, looking good. So anything you want to leave out, please do. Bring the hands up, hopefully this bit's okay. Open the arms out and then make them stronger, so extend them. So they were soft, now you're extending. Take one hand all the way around to the other side. We're going to breathe in and draw a full circle. So we breathe in to the top and exhale as we finish the circle, and then we inhale to push the hand down and around, and we exhale to bring the hand back. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and exhale, and breathe in and exhale. Thank you, everyone. Open the arms out. If I'm going too slow for your breath, take as many breaths as you need. Rotate the other hand over. Circle going up first and finishing coming through the bottom, and then going down through the bottom. Lovely. And up over the head. We're going to do it one more time. Breathe in and exhale through the circle, and breathe in to start your second circle, and exhale to finish. Perfect. Open your arms out, reach to the ceiling, straighten the legs, bring the hands back down through the face. We're going to finish as we started. Breathe in, push one arm up, exhale, push the other arm up, palms together at the top, and then bring the hands back down through the face. Give yourself a moment, and then relax the hands down. Lovely, everyone. Bring your feet in. So nothing new in that, just doing it in different order. Give yourself a nice little swing, and then come back into the centre of your mat when you're ready. So we're going to start off with some arm work, and then I'm going to carry on to some waist work, obviously including arms as well. So my feet want to be hip distance apart or a slightly little bit wider, as long as you've got a nice firm base on the mat while we work our upper body. Take the hands into prayer. Elbows come out, and just listen to your breath change to nose nose, and just give yourself a moment. Just release any tension in the neck, which I just did. Thank you. And let's just close our eyes now and breathe in and out through the nose, just listening to your breath. And imagine that your body is growing taller as you extend through the spine, out through the top of the head. Imagine someone's just holding a few threads of your hair and just lifting your head up towards the ceiling. Open the arms out as you open the eyes into cactus. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls in cactus. So we circle back 3 or 4 times, just feeling the full rotation into your shoulder, and then come forward again, just using the shoulder as a circle, and the arms, the hands go with you, and then come back into your stationary cactus. Take a breath in. As you exhale, close the arms in front of you, and inhale, open out. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Last one, exhale, close. Inhale, open. Drop the hands down to the hips. Relax the wrists, and then I want you to rotate your palms forward and spread out your fingers into their big wide fan. Keep the feet making an imprint in the mat, and slowly just extend the arms out to the sides, keeping the hands strong, and then extend them all the way up to the top. Now, if that's too much, stop when you need to, and then drop the hands down really strong. We're not just letting them flop down, you're in control until they get back into the hips. If you need to relax off, do so, and then take them back into their fan. This time, one at a time. So I'm going to do my right, it might look my left to you, depending if you're on Facebook or WhatsApp or Zoom. And then bring your hand up and take it down slowly and strong. Thank you. You feel that you're not doing too much, but everything's connected. Extend out through the tips of the fingers slowly with the other hand. Up we come, thank you. And then drop it down, very slow but strong. Doesn't have to be rocket science to work into the body. Thank you. We're going to take our hands onto our hips and just slowly lean over to one side until you feel that you've gone as far as you can without your feet moving on the mat. And then come back to centre. And then same on the other side. So you're just leaning over and come back. Now this time we're going to use our hands to get us to go a little further. So keep the hands on your hips. Go over to your first side. I want you to push into that hip on the side that you've gone over. And then come back. And then same on the other side. You float over. And then when you feel you've gone as far as you can, push the hand into the hip. And that's going to push the other side of the hip out and it'll bring you more into a side bend. And then bring yourself back. We're adding on. Take a breath in. Exhale, go to the first side, push into the hip. Inhale, bring the other arm up from your side of your hip and then extend it over, still pushing into your hip. And then bring yourself back. That hand goes back onto its hip. Lean over, push in, reach to the ceiling, keep pushing in, take a breath in. Exhale, reach across, feel the stretch go into the opposite hip and the rib cage, and then bring yourself back, relax your hands. I want you to open your feet into a V and then parallel your feet again. So all our legs are going to be slightly different, but we're not going too far each time. This time the hands come down by the side of the body and we just slowly slide over. Now you feel that the bottom hand is going down the leg. It may go anywhere from the hip down to the knee. You may get lower than the knee, but don't go lower. The upper shoulder wants to rotate forward. So that I can see what you're doing, but it's more easier when we'll be in our room in a couple of weeks. And then come back, and then over we go to the other side. So it's really slow. We just keep that shoulder back as you feel the bottom hand just edge its way down. Lovely. And then come back. Don't go too far, Jackie, just watch your hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, go to the first side. So again, nothing new that we've done, that haven't done before. Inhale, bring your other arm up, and then exhale. Push the hand down through the leg and let the upper arm just go over with you. Keeping the chest open. Thank you. And then come back. Perfect. Over to the second side. So you know what you're doing. You feel the hand going down the leg, you reach to the ceiling. As you take a breath in, as you exhale, you're going to push that bottom arm down. The top arm just goes over with you. Nice. Bring yourself back. Now let's just release off our waist and our hips. So do a couple of circles. And then back to centre. We're going to open our feet into a V again. And then parallel them one more time. Now, if you feel you've gone too far out, then work your way back in if you want. We're not going as far as we would do for triangle, but we're using all the same muscles. So when you're ready, hands come down to the side of the body. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the first hand down through the leg. Now your legs are wider, you might get further. You might feel, I've got enough stretch in my inner thigh. I'm going to stop where you want to. And then bring the other hand up. This time the focus is on the top hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach over really strongly this time. So you're in your extended angle. Remember the chest is open. I've just looked at myself on camera and I can feel myself rolling forwards. I've tried to adjust. And then bring yourself back. Thank you. Pushing yourself over to the other side on the exhalation. That hand just rests. Reach to the ceiling with the other arm. Take a breath in. Exhale, extend, feel yourself strong through that extended angle. The bottom hand is just so holding you in support. Thank you, thank you. And then bring yourself back. Nice, nice. First bit over. Take the hands onto your hips. walk back in to your first position with your legs, maybe hip distance apart, a little bit wider, and then do your circles one way and then the other. If you need to do any other releases, please do. And then we're on to our second part of this. So I'm going to come this way. I'll tell you what we're doing. You can decide how you want to position your mat or your camera. I'm coming into a warrior one. We're going to play around with arms. Then I'm coming into an upper lunge, playing around with legs. I'll try and get my balance in today. We'll lift our back leg off the mat. Then I'm going to drop my knee down to the mat and just do a waist on with our knee down. So you might need longer to get down and up, that's absolutely fine. As long as you can see me and you're not twisting, I'm going to face one way and take my front leg back, and then I'll face the other way and take my other leg back. You don't need to swap sides. So we're going to start at the front in our mountain pose. And just listen to your breath again. Nose breathing, please. Feel the hips lifted. Feel the feet nice and strong in the mat. Feel the shoulders drop down. And then step back with your leg, deciding if you're on your side position or facing me. So you pick which leg. I'm doing mine at the front, long edge of my mat. And then sinking into your front thigh as we get prepared to come into our full warrior one. So, level one, if you don't want to do any further, then you're going to stay here with hands in prayer. Level two, we're going to do what we did right at the beginning of our Tai Chi. We're going to reach up with one hand. We're going to reach up with the other hand. The palms are facing each other. Now I pull my shoulders down away from my ears, and I'm going to hold everything for 4 or 5 breaths. So just listen to your breath. If you feel that the hip or your lower back is sore, then step in with your back leg a little closer to your front foot, and then you won't have so much stress in the back. Take the palms together again and bring them back down through the face to your chest and heart. Thank you. And then we're going to rotate the palms forward and push the hands forward, and then separate them to shoulder width apart. But the palms are long, the arms are long, the palms are strong. Reach up to the ceiling with one. Reach down to the floor with the other. Bring the one at the top down to its forward position, and bring the one down at the bottom forward to its starting position. We'll start with the other hand. Breathe in, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach down to the floor. Inhale, bring the top one down. Exhale, bring the second one forward. Well done. So try just to get brain and body working together. Let's take both arms back up to the ceiling. Bring them into a cactus. So the elbows out at shoulder height, the palms are facing forward. Either look to your ceiling, keep your head where it is, and do a lean back if you want. I'm not leaning back today. I had kind of planned to do a lean back. I feel my back's a little bit sore at the moment, so I'm not going to do a back bend. And then bring the arms back in front of you, and then drop them back down. Well done. We're going to take our back heel off the mat. Perfect. And just lean on your front thigh. So I want you to get into the position of an upper lunge. We're going to take the heel off first, and then I'm going to try and push it back down on the mat, just to do a little stretch from the bottom to the heel. So use your hands on your front thigh as support, and then push that back heel down. Feel the stretch into the calf, and then lift it up, and push it down, and lift it up, and push it down, and lift it up. Keep it up. Take the hands to the side of the hips. Shoot your hands down. Push your hands down through the side of your body. Let's spread our fingers back out into their fan. Lift your arms up behind you, lightning warrior. And pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the hands back onto your thigh. Now I'm going to come into a little balance. So some of you won't want to balance at all, and you're not maybe near where you can hold on to something. I want you to step in slightly with that back foot. Take the hands onto the hips, and then just as you come onto the ball of the tips of the toes of the back foot, the front leg starts to have more strength in it, and then lift the back leg up. And we're holding for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the foot, well done. Relax the heel onto the mat, come back into the centre of the mat, and then walk your feet back in. Take the hands onto the thighs and arch into cat. Holding in arch cat. And then push into the thighs, push your bottom out, lift the chest up, lift the chin up. Lovely. And then relax your back and push yourself back up to standing. Now, I'm going to turn round so that I've got my other leg going back. If you're still facing forward, remember what leg you've just done and do the other one now. So we'll start off again, inner Tadasana position, shoulders down. And just let your breath come and your mind come, and just listen to your nose breathing. I'm going to step back with my other leg and push the heel down into the mat. So normally you just step back, roughly what feels comfortable for you. You're not going to any particular point on the mat, but if you feel that you need to adjust yourself, do so. Sink into your front leg, keeping that back heel on the mat. It can be parallel or 45, you decide what's right for your hip and knee and ankle. And let's just hold on to our warrior one position with our hands in prayer for another 5 breaths, just enjoying a position that we've done lots and lots of times before, and we feel as if we're in our comfort zone. We don't have to put too much pressure on our brain working. And then push one hand up to the ceiling, followed by the second. Bring the first one down in front of you, followed by the second. Rotate the palms up, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring them back down. Take the hands back into prayer. Elbows come down, shoulders come down. Open the arms out into cactus. So we open the elbows out, elbows at a right angle, palms are facing forward. Now just make sure you're not gripping too much with that front foot. Look to the ceiling and either do a lean back or stay where you are. And then bring your head back to looking forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, close the arms in front of you. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Nice. Inhale, open. Lovely. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Bring the hands back down. Well done. Lean forward into your upper lunge. We're going to lift the back heel up and push it down. We're going to lift the back heel up and push it down. Do it one more. Lift it up and push it down. Take the hands down to the side of the body. We're going to do windscreen wipers. So one hand comes up to the ceiling. Extend. Take a breath in here. Exhale, swap. Take a breath in here. Exhale, swap. Breathe in at the top. Exhale, swap. Inhale here. Last one. Exhale, swap. Bring the hands back down. Perfect. Take the hands onto the hips. Lift the back heel up. We're doing our second balance. So bring that foot in slightly. The chest is still forward, my front knee is still bent, the knee's not too far forward in front of the foot. Lift the weight on to the tips of the toes, and then lift that leg off. If you've got something to hold on to close to you, then please do, if you need it. If not, hold for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the foot, perfect. Drop the heel onto the mat. Rotate yourself back to the front of your mat and do wide circles. Nice, nice, nice. And then I'm going to rotate to the first side again. So this time, I'm going to swap my legs each time. So I didn't do the balance on Monday, so I've done it slightly different for those of you that thought that's not the same as we did on Monday. So we're going to take our hands onto our hips, lift the back heel up, walk the foot backwards to the back short edge of your mat, and then really slowly drop your knee to the mat. Now, some of us will be able to do this, and some of us will come out and just make their way down onto the mat in whichever is safe for you. Now, I want the back front of the foot, the front of the back foot on the mat. So you've not got your toes on the mat and your heel up, which then puts much more pressure on the knee. And I want you to try and get from this position, which is a straight line from the shoulder to the hip to the knee, into this position. There's a little bit of a banana shape from the shoulder to the bottom to the knee and out through the back of your mat. Now we're all going to be different, and it's week 1 and class 1 for a lot of us. So just think how you feel first. So if you need a cushion for under your knee, maybe in weeks to come, if you don't want to do this one at all, then you can stay away from this one. You decide. Reach forward with the hands. We're not doing too much here in this first couple of weeks. And then we're going to open that front arm out all the way to the back of the mat into our waist twist. And then sweep that hand forward. We're doing 3. So that's 1, take a breath in, exhale. If you need to take more breaths, then do so. Thank you. And come back. Nice. And then do it one more time. Perfect, perfect. And come back. Take the hands back onto the thigh. Bring yourself back up. I'm going to kneel now with that leg and step forward the other. So I'm going to have to twist the other way because I don't want to move my mat at this point. And you can see, you can start off, my foot kind of automatically went further forward than the knee, but once I bring my hips forward, then my knee goes to the correct position. But you just need to play around with this. We've not done it for ages, and we're all totally different, and please tell me what your thoughts are at the end. So then this time we bring our arms forward, and we're going to take, it's always the arm with the leg that's at the back of the mat, and that one goes around. Sorry, I didn't say that at the other side, but I saw you all do it. And then come forward, and then rotate. Now if it's not good for your lower back, then maybe you only go out to 12 o'clock at the front, you maybe only go out to 3 o'clock, you don't take your hand to 6, and then come back. Well done everyone. Take the hands onto the knee, the thigh, bring your leg back, and then we're coming onto our knees anyway for cat-cow. So you should be in your position. Perfect, perfect. I've got different views in different houses. Nice. So knees, hip distance apart, hands underneath your shoulders, and then arch into cat, feel the stretch, into the lower back, into the upper back, into the shoulders, into the wrists. Hopefully your knees feel good. And then push your bottom up, lift your chest forward, lift your head up, push the heel of the hand into the mat a little bit more and hold. And then again, up into cat, nice and slowly, up we come. And then pushing down into cow. And then flatten your back. So, I'm going to come down onto my forearms. So we want to just drop our forearms onto the mat and have your palms, if it feels comfortable, on the mat. So not kind of on the side of your forearms. You want to be on the front of your forearms, and then the wrists are nice and straight. So this is your anchor, from your elbow to the hands. I'm going to take one leg to the end of the mat. Keep the foot on the mat to start off, and then slowly push the weight through the heel. So your shoulders are going to go back, and then just let yourself kind of spring forward, and then we push ourselves back. So I'm using my forearms on the mat, as I say, as an anchor to keep myself strong, and then I let myself come back, and I'm going to do it one more time. Push the arms down, push your heel back, feel the stretch in the calf and the front of the leg, and then release off. Well done. Take your knee onto the mat, take the other one back. So the other foot goes back onto the mat, the ball of the foot's on the heels off, and then we push back and spring forward, and push back and spring forward, and push back and spring forward. Take that knee back into its position. So we've got two more things. We're going to take the first leg back into an extended angle. We're going to pulse, and then we're going to do a lower plank. Some of you will do plank, some of you will come in straight into child's pose. So when you're ready, take the first leg back. Make sure your hips are parallel to the mat, and then start to lift that heel back and up. As you extend through that leg, the foot is flexed. We're pulsing to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop that leg down. Take the other leg back. Now just watch your knees on the mat. You've now got all your weight on one knee. So just be prepared if you need to, as I say, bring a cushion next week, or roll your mat over if you need more cushioning. Bring that leg up. And then flexing the foot if it's not flexed already. Pulse to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that leg in. Let's all just push ourselves back into a child's pose, but keep your arms forward, so you're just letting your rib cage drop down onto your thighs. Let the head drop as low as it wants to go. Doesn't matter if it's not anywhere on the mat. So those of you that don't want to do a plank, you're going to stay here. Some weeks you might want to try it, some weeks you might not. And then come back onto your position with your hands on the mat, your forearms on the mat, your bottoms lifted. We're going to take the first leg back, toes on the mat, push the weight out through the heel, which we need to do in a plank. We take the second leg back, and then we do a pelvic tilt to drop. I don't want your bottom lower than your shoulders, so I want to keep your, I don't want your bottom lower than your, shoulders is good. And holding for 5 and 4, sorry girls, 3, boys, Douglas if you're right there, and 2 and 1. Drop your knees, well done. Flip yourself over onto your back. We're going to release out that way. Well done. So I don't want to hold anything for too long in the first week. And hopefully you took my guide not to do something today if you think it wasn't for you, and maybe over the next few weeks you can add on. The whole thing is to get something out of the hour, but not waking up tomorrow morning thinking, why did I do that? So let's just bring our knees in. Let your tailbone come off the mat and just hold it for a moment. We're not getting back up again, you're glad to know. Let me see the sign, that's fine. And then just push your knees away and bring them in. Just a kind of a little rock. Head stays on the mat. So if you're wanting to move cameras, then do so. And then we'll all start when we're ready. So I want to do a section of bridges. Yoga. section, not Pilates. So we have to think slightly different than what we've been doing with our yoga bridges, our Pilates bridges in the last few weeks. We want our upper back and our chest to become part of this. So let's take our feet onto the mat, bring your arms out, and just do softly windscreen wipers. We just want to release everything that we've done in preparation for the last part of the class. And then whichever way your knees are going, take your head to the other side and just do a little roll with your eyes and your face opposite to the knees and the hips. And then come back to centre when you feel that you've breathed off enough. Take the hands down by the side of the body. So the first one, I want your forearms on the mat and the palms flat on the mat. We're going to walk our feet in slightly closer to the bottom. Caroline, just be really careful. Hardly come off the mat at all today. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift our bottom off. And then first of all, take your focus to your thighs, they're lifting. Then take your focus to your hip bones, they're lifting. And then take your focus to your chest, and it should be lifting too. And to get that a little higher, you'll want to walk your shoulders down. And by walking your shoulders down, your hands go down towards your ankles. Now, I'm not saying grab your ankles, although some of you might get there, but it's just a vision of where we want to try and get our hands down to. So now everything's lifted, everything's strong, and you're in your arched back. And then slowly bring your bottom back down onto the mat. And then flatten your back. So you might just need to lift your bottom up as your back flattens down. We're not going to keep that for long. And then tip your hip bones forward, the lower back comes off the mat. And then flatten your back one more time. Take the hands back down if they've moved, if they're in the same place, keep them there. And then slowly peel your bottom off the mat again. First you feel your thighs, then you feel your hip bones. And if you feel that you can get higher but your feet are just a little bit too far away to do so, walk your shoulders. So don't walk your feet in, walk your shoulders down. And as I say, you might just grab hold of your ankles, we're all different. And let's hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drop yourself down. So I'm going to do one more. This time let's just release off again. So we flatten our back, we feel our bottom and our hips come up towards us. And then we push the hip bones away, make that arch into your back, flatten the back, feel the hip bones come up and forward, and then arch your way, push your hip bones away from you, lift the lower back up. Okay, last one, flatten the back. We're going to slowly peel our bottom off the mat. Slow, 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 thighs, hips, rib cage, chest. Clasp the hands underneath your bottom. Feel the stretch. And keep your hands clasped as you push in your shoulders into the mat and lift your rib cage as high as you can. Now if that's not good for your shoulders, then you release it off. If it's not good for your lower back, then don't bring yourself as high. And then relax the hands. Take the hands onto the bottom this time, and let's just drop our bottom down. This time we're going to bring our knees in. Well done. We're going to play around with bridges for the next couple of weeks. As I say, if it's not for you, just let me know. Take the hands onto the knees, open them out, and let's just do our knee and hip circles. So our crossover today is lying on our back, obviously, because that's where we are. And just doing a little bit of core work, which can be done in yoga or Pilates. I am going to keep to yoga breathing just now. And then whichever way you're going, push your knees away from you and then come in. So if you were going one way, change to go the other. Don't like to explain it. You know what you're doing. And then let's place our feet on the mat. Okay, so we're going to come up into tabletop. Let's do it nice and slowly. The hands come down by the side of the body. We're going to lift one leg up. Have it in tabletop. You can see that my heel's a little bit higher than my knees just now. I just want to keep my back nice and strong on the mat. And then float the other one up. So if your back's feeling absolutely tickety-boo, then if you can keep your feet in complete same height as your knees, then please do. But if your back's feeling a little bit iffy, then just have your heels higher. Bring your arms out now, and that's just giving your shoulders a little bit more stability. We're going to lift one leg up to the ceiling and flatten, then bring it back down. We're taking the second leg up to the ceiling. We're trying to straighten it. If you can't straighten it, just do as much as you can. And bringing it back down. Keep the knees above the hips. Don't let them flop into the shoulder, into the chest. First leg goes up and straighten. Second leg goes up and straighten. We're doing one more. So first leg goes up. Nice. All I can see is legs going up and drop down. Second leg comes up and drop down. Now, I want to see if we can get our legs into eagle legs. So we didn't do this on Monday, kept it for today. So I'm going to bring my right knee in, cross my right leg over my left. Now, if they want to stay here, that's where you're going to stay. And if you can wrap that leg around the ankle, then do so. If you can't, just stay with the leg crossed over. Perfect. Thank you. And then uncross and just bring your knees in and give them a hug. We're pushing the knees back out to tabletop, bring your arms out. I did my right leg over the left, so this time I'm going to bring my left knee in towards my chest. I'm going to cross it over my right thigh, and then I'm going to try and wrap that foot around the ankle of the other leg. So, thighs and hips, just watch what you're doing. Knees and ankles, watch what you're doing. Unwrap, bring your knees in, give them a hug. Perfect. Take your feet back onto the mat, bring your feet as wide as the mat, bring your arms out if you want to, windscreen wipers again. So just a little bit of leg work in our crossover, trying to keep our back nice and flat. And in that little small section there, just having to start to think about our abdominals. So our first one today is just a leg slide. I'm going to do it nice and easy so that you can pick which level you want to do. Maybe as we go on through the month, we'll go straight to level 2, but you'll already know what level 1 is. Take the hands down by the side of the body, and I just want you to slide your right leg to the end of the mat really slowly. And slide it back. You might think you're doing nothing, but I just want you to feel what you're doing. And then slide the left leg. I'm not too worried about breathing, as long as you're breathing, and slide it back. So obviously this is level 1. Now we want to think about our core properly this time. So I want you to flatten your back down. Now what I said on Monday was another reason how you can think about your core is if you just slide your hand underneath your back. Now if that's not good for a shoulder problem, then keep your hands down at the side of the body. But with that hand underneath the back of the rib cage, you can just pull your rib cage down onto the hand, and now you're as if you're trying to secure it there. Take a breath in. As you exhale through the mouth, slide the right leg to the end of the mat. And inhale, bring it back. Keep that pressure on the hand or your spine on the mat. Take a breath in again. Exhale, slide the second leg to the end of the mat. You feel the pressure, you're working your core, and then bring yourself back up. Level 1, you can continue doing that. Level 2, float your legs up to tabletop. Thank you. And you can have both hands behind the back. You can have one hand behind the back. You can have no hands underneath you. It doesn't matter. You decide what helps you think about your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the toes of the right foot. Slide that leg to the end of the mat. Take a breath in here at the end. And exhale. bring it back to tabletop. We're going to do the same on the other side. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, drop the toes. Push it to the end of the mat. Inhale at the end of the mat. Exhale. Bring it back in. Keep that back flat. We're doing one more. Take a breath in. Exhale, flatten the back, take the leg down, extend it to the end of the mat. You might have your feet just in your level one, that's absolutely fine. Bring it back up. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale at the end of the mat. Exhale. Slide it back up. Release the hand, bring your knees in, give them a hug. Now the last level, going up to level 3, is doing our leg extensions, holding our head up. We're going to hold it in a basket today, make it easy. You've got level 1 to continue doing, you've got level 2 if you want to stay there. Level 3, we bring the head off the mat, the shoulders are off but my shoulder blades are still on. I'm going to clasp my hands and just rest the back of my head in the basket. And then we're going to extend the right leg out, tap the heel, bring it back. Left leg out, tap the heel, bring it back. So let's get our breath. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, extend. Inhale back. Bring it. Exhale. Now if you want to go a little bit quicker than me, then do. If you want to slow down, then do. It goes with your breath. You should feel your core working. You're obviously working thighs as well. Extend and back. Extend and back. 4 more. Extend and back. Extend and back. If you've had enough, stop. Extend and back. Well done. Drop the head, drop the feet down together with the knees touching and just roll both knees over, keeping your shoulders down on the mat if you can. Feel the stretch into the opposite hip. And then bring your knees up, roll them across the centre line and over to the other side and hold. And then we're going to do that one more time. So take the knees to the centre, take the knees over to the first side. This time take the head to the opposite side of the knees. Bring the head up, bring the knees up, roll them over and take the head to the other side. So just adding on a little bit of release before we finish and then bring your head up. Well done. Keep your feet at hip distance apart, knees bent. Flatten your back. I'm going to do 2 crunches to finish off. I'm going to do a normal one, up for 1 and down. The second one, up for 2 and down for 1. Those of you that are not lifting your heads on crunches, you do the breath, you flatten the back, so you're breathing out and in for 1 and you're going to pulse out for 2 on the second one, but just don't lift your head up. So take your hands to where you want to have them. If you're not taking your head up, leave them by the side of the body. Take a breath in, exhale, inhale, drop, you know what you're doing. Keep that back flat. You don't need to lift your head too high. You can keep your head down. Now no other part of the body should be feeling tension. You're just working into the core. As you exhale, you're pulling your tummy button down, training our muscles. It's never too late to try something. 2 more. And drop. Relax the hands, give your head a roll from side to side. So last one of the day, we're going to come up for 2 and down for 1. We're going to do 10. So if you've had enough, bring your knees in, roll from side to side. You decide what you want to do. If you want to do this with your head on the mat and just a breath, then please do. When you're ready, take the tips of the fingers back to where you like to have them. Take a breath in, up, down for 1, up for 2, down for 1. Use that breath. Down for 1. Halfway. Two more. Last one. And drop. Well done. Bring one knee in, take the other leg to the end of the mat. Hold on to the shin, pull your thigh into your chest. And then while you're holding your shin, just point and flex the foot of that leg. And then maybe a little circle. And then swap legs over. Other one goes to the end of the mat. Feel yourself pulling your shin in towards you. And then point and flex unless you feel that's going to start a little cramp. And then bring both feet back into the middle of the mat. Cross your right leg over. Gently open your knee out and just hold it there for a moment into the hip opening position. And then slide your hands through your thigh. Lovely. Bring it into your lying pigeon. And just hold it until you feel your bottom just have that tightness in it, release off a bit. And then swap over, opening the knee. Slide the hands through and pull in. Should feel good, but if it's really not comfortable, then it's obviously not for you. So you decide on anything, even if it's just a cool down exercise. So legs and bottom done, place them onto the mat. Let your legs open. If your lower back's sore, keep your knees bent. Lift the forearms up in the hands and clench your hands. And then spread them into your fan and clench and spread. Again, you're going to do as little or as much as you can, depending if you've got some arthritis in wrists or fingers. And spread out. And spread out. And then circle with the wrists and the hands, nice and soft. And then drop the hands down with the palms facing up. Feel your head heavy on the mat. Close your eyes when you're ready. And just let your hands go into soft claw. And as you feel the back of the head heavy on the mat, feel the front of the face soften. Imagine that the skin over the forehead has become loose. The skin across the cheeks feels soft. Let your tongue lie heavy in your mouth and perhaps just let the mouth open slightly. Feel the jaw relax, the neck soft. The shoulder blades long, heavy on the mat, and your spine long. Hips open, bottom spread out. Backs of the legs heavy on the mat. Feel the knees soften. Feel the feet relax. And let yourself listen to your breath. However you're breathing, allow the breath to lengthen. As you listen to your breath, do just a body scan from the tip of your head to the tips of the fingers, down your spine to the tips of your toes. Softly move your thumb over the tips of your fingers and wiggle your toes. Perhaps lick your lips. Bring your feet from the V position if they're on the mat to the centre and slide one in at a time. Bring one knee in to hold the shin, followed by the other. Give yourself a nice tight hug, keeping the head on the mat. And then drop your feet. Roll onto your side. Well done. Week 1 of the new routine. It takes a moment and a few goes just to kind of get it into our heads. But if there was something I did today that you know that's not going to be good for you this month, then just let me know. Thank you everyone. Some of you are rushing off to the sunshine. Some of you hopefully have got time for a little natter and a coffee with me. I will see you online next week. So I've sent out obviously what we're doing in April. So next week on Facebook, and then the week after, Monday, West End, Wednesday, Kilmacombe. You can go to both or either. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lily. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye Caroline.
Bye. I'm in London next week, but I'll see you the week after.
Yay! How's your back today?
Much better.
I know. I had a look at what you were doing, so it seemed
that's yeah.
good.
Chalk and cheese from a week ago.
I know. Well, I'm really pleased.
God.
Bye bye. Have a good time in London.
Thank you.
Bye Sally.
Yeah, bye, Libby.
Bye Rosemary. So you'll let me know when you can come in.
Yes, I'll be here Monday. I'm not sure about Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
London.
yeah. Good.
Okay.
Exciting times. Sally, am I going to see you next week?
No, I have my cataract done on Friday.
Oh, this Friday.
Yeah, so I'll be away for, 5 or 6 weeks after that.
Right.
But I'll catch up with you. I mean, the 14th, I might manage along for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Go to Jackie's.
Sorry?
We're going to Jackie's. Okay,
Yeah,
brilliant.
that's
Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Bye, Jackie.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bit better.
I know.
I never know how to leave this.
Oh. Once you get your cataracts done, it will just jump right out.
That'll make a difference.
Good morning, Linda Morton.
Good morning, dear. How are
You're not
you?
Linda Morton anymore. Bye bye. Bye, Beth.